putting the fight in faster than light. Welcome to Cosmopunk.
Engines of Hatred, a homebrew Starfinder story featuring the crew of the Leica 7.
I am Pan, and I play Baphomet, Kobold Android Mystic, and Captain Leica 7. If found, please return to Leica 7, care of Ryder Maxim.
I'm RJ, I play V, Vest Mechanic, and Fly Guy, their drone. V's the ship's original designer, / mechanic, / warranty, / best with duct tape.
I'm Cypher, and I play Ryder, a stealthy operative Yosaki Otter. I'm also the pilot of the Leica 7.
I'm Ty, and I play Radar, a cyborg mechanic coyote and a bundle of nervous energy, also the weapons officer of the Leica 7. But for this campaign, I'll be the GM. After dusting themselves off from the earlier crash landing, the crew begin to explore a strange medieval settlement known as Terr, but there is something odd about the technology level of this place. The crew met with a peasant wheat farmer known as Cirrus, who asked for a replacement solar panel for his television, in return for directions to a local market. At the market itself, V and Ryder took particular interest in a savoury pie vendor, much to the dismay of Baphomet, who is now waiting for them to finish eating so they can continue their search for the lord of this territory. Hopefully, without picking up any more side quests. Part 6. Stronghold. Get your pies, ladies and gentlemen, get your pies. Beef pies, potato pies.
Let's make our way to the Lord, shall we?
It's very nice, by the way, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
I imagine Ryder's got the glass of her space helmet flipped up, and she's just chowing down on.
Wait, have
pie.
you guys not taken off your suits off yet?
No, we never put their suit on.
Ryder's only just realised what she's done at this point, though, so it's like, oh.
Just a mouth full of pie.
She's got, like, gravy splattered down the side of her.
Oh no.
The pie is above average.
Huh? I mean, you've never had a beef pie before, so anything's above average, I guess.
And let's put it this way, it tastes like it didn't come out of a replicator, so that's a start.
Yes, it's real animal, which is something she's probably never had before. So.
It's
Yeah.
V to you, this is palatable.
Yes. V likes the pie.
Does V have any sense of taste, though?
Yeah.
Okay. Given that you eat raw meats off of skulls to clean them.
Yeah, like, what does V... go, oh no, that's not tasty, don't have that.
Yeah, just steak.
Yeah,
Okay.
or salmon.
Vesk have an overdeveloped sense of taste and smell anyway because they are predators.
That's true. Do I get any buffs from the above average pie?
Pie bar.
Your starvation ticker has reset.
Yay!
V's starvation ticker is deferred by 2.
Oh, and just to sort of give you an idea of how, like, Star Outlet is when everybody's making the pies and everything, there was a little bit of potato in there that shouldn't have been. A little bit of mash.
Free mash. Oh, one other thing. It's a good maker of pies. V's going to pull out the solar collector. Do you know how we can get a replacement one of these?
Our solar collector. Well,
Oh yeah,
they're
that's
a bit
why
expensive.
we talked to him in the first place.
Yeah, usually designed to last. I don't think he's here today. You might have to ask at the Lord's place.
Alright, fine.
Right,
Well,
best of luck
the
to
Lord.
me. Don't forget my pastry rates.
Don't
Get your
forget
pies,
my
ladies and
pastry
gentlemen.
rates.
Beef pies, potato mash pies, super pie. Oh, here.
Bath, you're missing out.
I'm fine, thank you.
It's a shame they don't make synth pies here, Bath.
I don't think, even if I did eat, that I would be a pie girl. I feel like... I feel like it just wouldn't be me.
Just a quick aside here. How much shit has Bath got on her little nubby feet right now, walking through all this mud?
Oh
And what
god!
it
No, she's
seems gonna
wearing,
be
she's wearing her suit, so she's actually fine.
Right.
Your
Yeah,
sheet
wearing-
has gone from pearlescent to shiny.
Ugh.
V may be dirtier, but honestly, you can tell.
V just looks like V.
No one does it with.
No
V
change.
actually blends into the sort of washed out pastel colours of this environment.
But let's go find as a lord.
So yeah, we're making our way to the fortress. We're going to have a look. Ryder is going to sort of see if she can have a look into people's living rooms on the way through.
You sort of have a look around, and it's basically wooden shutters. There's no glass. But you look into houses and you can see people going about their daily lives. You see somebody working a loom. In another house, there's somebody doing their laundry. In another house, there's a man outside whittling. All sorts of things like that.
Any more of them televisions?
You see one or two. None of them are on.
Why can't all humans be like this? Like, damn and defenseless.
I think they were once. I think this is just how humans used to live before they started developing stupid ideologies and empires.
As you are about to leave the square, there is a horn blast from behind you. And it's loud and it's deep and it reverberates. And everybody stops and turns and looks towards the centre of the marketplace. And the vendors are very, very quickly picking up their wagons and moving them out of the way. And
wonder if there's going to be a blood ritual. Usually when something like this happens, there's a blood ritual.
in the centre of the square, a load of the stone tiles are moving and starting to form.
Ryder is going to tap Baffy and V on the back of the shin and the shoulder, respectively, until we sort of take cover and hide.
Yeah, we
hide behind a wall.
Take some hiding time, do some hiding.
You hide. You can tell that people are getting out of the way, but they're not. There's no panic. There's no screaming. They're just moving. And then the stones form a square, a doorway, a pillar of light shoots up from the ground, white, and out of it steps a human. And he's got a chest plate on, a sort of medieval-looking helmet, a red cloak, some chunky-looking boots, followed by one who looks exactly like him, and they stand either side of the door. And then out steps a smaller man. He's a little withered, fairly old, scraggly beard. He's wearing much, much nicer clothes than the guys who stepped out in front of him.
Must be a king.
No weapons.
Do you reckon that's the Lord there's on about?
He stops, and he looks at some of the vendors, and he nods, and the stones close behind him, and the vendors go back to what they were doing. And he stands there and he looks around. What's your guys' hide roll, by the way?
Oh, we didn't roll that, did we?
I didn't
Yeah,
know.
no.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's 12.
Okay.
Hi, 13.
36.
Fuck it hell.
So it's, yeah,
No one can
I
find
hide
Ryder.
behind Ryder.
So basically, Ryder just like goes.
God cannot find Ryder.
Yeah.
And then he's just like,
But you,
looking
sadly,
around.
you are not stealth.
That's fine.
I got the same roll as that.
And
so.
he looks and he spots you, and he says something to his two guys, and nods at you, and all three of them start moving towards you.
There's the glint coming off your butt.
she was standing behind a cupboard, but her butt was sticking out.
I'm guessing they're also coming towards V then.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
V
yeah,
is
we're all
the
hiding.
cupboard.
All hiding in the same area.
V's gut was sticking out.
It's okay, we can see you, travellers.
Good.
Is he just yelling at us from like across the thing?
The voice is fairly thin, like it once had power, but like he's old now.
Ryder is going to crawl up the side of the house, because she hasn't been seen yet.
Okay.
We're just gonna drop all pretense.
Yeah, we'll just step forward.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
well, who are you? What do you want?
Well,
Actually, no, you know what? Let me. I bet you are the Lord.
I am. I'm
Yeah.
the Lord of Terr.
And you have come to negotiate the pie rate.
And then Bath having a pastry rate.
Yes, pastry rates. That
Oh,
was
those damn pastry guildsmen! I knew passing that tax was a mistake.
it.
So,
You should reconsider that. They don't like that tax.
have you come all of this way to argue my pastry rates?
Yeah, sure, why not?
No, we haven't.
He's just like giggling.
Who's in charge?
None of us are in charge. We are just travellers. But
Okay,
I
then
will
who
speak.
speaks for your-
But I will speak for us.
Thank
I
you.
thought we were an autonomous collective.
We, as you know, as I'm sure you're aware, we are of the stars, as your people say. We have crashed and would like some aid in leaving your lovely Terror.
Oh, Tell you what, let's move away from the regular folk and discuss this. I promise you no harm.
Very well.
I guess we also promise you no harm, I guess.
Then we have an accord. We can walk to the castle if you wish, or we could use the portal.
How far is the castle?
No,
It's about 1.5 miles up more mud.
V's just gonna look pleadingly at Bath.
There's so much mud, V. All right, we'll gladly accept your teleporter.
And what about your third compatriot? I don't see them here.
What
They're
third
guarding the
compatriot?
ship.
Ryder is
No,
perched on
hold
the
on,
top
hold
of
on,
a
hold on,
roof, glaring over the edge
They
with a hand
didn't
on
see
a...
Ryder, so how would he have known?
Well, obviously they got track of us from us.
We don't know that. We don't know why they
Well, no, they've
that's
only
a
mentioned
power
that
move. The
they-
power move is being like, what about your other friend who's hiding? We can't
No,
show weakness.
And V's just gonna mind communicate to Bath. Because I figure they probably know that there's 3 of us, but they don't know where we are at times. Play it,
All right,
boy. Just
V, make a will roll.
12 plus 13 total.
13 in total. You try to mentally communicate with Bath, but the words, as they leave your mind, seem garbled.
No, that there's 3, but they don't.
Do I hear the garble, or I just don't hear it?
You hear the garble.
Okay.
I'm just gonna whisper at them.
Yeah, and so he says, we can leave her here if you wish, or them. Sorry, we can leave them here if you wish.
Leave them
It's
where?
just- It's, well, here in the square. It's a longer walk up to the castle on foot than it is through the portal.
He's gonna whisper again. This does good.
Can Ryder hear all of this from her position?
Yeah, every word. You could literally
Yeah.
perch on his shoulder and he wouldn't know.
I think at that point that would just like communicate to Ryder. Actually, verbally, so that he can tell everything out. It's all right, Ryder. We can come out. We'll, for the moment, we'll trust the Lord.
At which point Ryder is going to rematerialise on this dude's shoulder and just say, fine. With her arms folded.
Is that a boss play?
No, just appear next to him. On his shoulder's a bit too bad.
Fine, just appear like next to him.
There's so much more amusing.
Next to his leg.
There you are.
That's a flex.
Please, come on. And he turns and he walks, and his 2 mooks go through the portal first, and then he steps through. And then
Okay.
he looks back. And he's like,
V's gonna step there as well.
Yeah, so bad.
Yeah.
Yep, Ryder's going to follow.
All right, everyone steps through, and there's a moment of sort of disorientation, and you're in a throne room almost. It's made of these hexagonal square blocks that lead up to a throne on a small plinth, and then a stained glass window behind it. With a very interesting design.
Ooh,
The design
what's,
is two spheres, one in the northwest corner and one in the southeast corner, with what looks like a bolt of lightning connecting the pair of them, but there's a strike in the middle.
V's gonna take a photo of it with their data pad.
Actually, V, could you maybe out of character real quick? Can V do an engineering roll to try and figure out how this teleporter thing works?
You can try. You haven't seen any form of machinery.
That's why she's curious.
Yeah, I get the feeling this is magic, but I can give it a go.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, 18. That's 18 plus 10, so 28.
28. It must be technology, but it's either so ancient or so advanced you're not sure what technology.
So are we in a throne room, essentially?
You are, and as the last of you steps through, the stones silently sink back into the floor.
I'm imagining the Stargate noise. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Welcome.
I must say,
So-
your technology's interesting. It's just, what kind of tech are you using? Valarian?
Who?
Your
Let
teleportation
me-
system?
Please, let me preempt you. Or at least I'd like to pretend, I'm probably the most educated man on this planet. But I am fully aware of a world far outside of here, of which I have no knowledge. And that's where you and everybody from the stars comes from. So, in that regard, let me be the first to extend to you a formal welcome to the Kingdom of Terr.
I told you it was the Kingdom of Terr.
4 R's.
So we're not the first people from the stars to visit you.
No, I mean, and he points at the stained glass window behind him. And so there have been... our ancestors came from the stars.
Your ancestors came from the stars.
That's what the books say.
Well, I hope I'm not being rude, but you make fences out of wood here. What happened to all of your starships?
Oh, like your Iron Bird.
Yes, the Iron Bird. What happened
Who
to all
said
of your
we arrived
birds?
What happened? Who said we used them?
You guys
No
portal
one.
in?
So, did you use one of these portals to get here?
Maybe. My people have been here for generations. Our earliest recorded history goes back thousands of years.
You said you got some history books?
We have, or had, a few tomes in the archive, but they're old and withered and dusted now.
You guys really need some sort of digital library archive system.
Why are you here?
That's a long story.
Oh.
We were delivering a shipment of grain and we seemed to have got shot.
V. Let the purple one do the talking, please.
We like side eyes me so hard.
Bows and let's Bav take the wheel.
We seek aid to make our way off ship. Our ship, our bird, as you would call them, is damaged. We seek aid to repair it and leave in a timely manner. Oh, we also need a solar collector.
Oh, for, what's his name down by the coast? Kim. I can dispatch that. That's not an issue. And
How
I'm
do
guessing
you
you're
know
also
so much?
here to
Yeah,
adjust my.
I'm not sure
patronage.
how to concern. Like, he knows people by name. So I want a solar collector,
Yes, he knows people by name.
but he knows that.
It's quite a small village. It makes sense.
Yeah, I guess so.
But he knows something that only happened very recently, which suggests that he either has very good spying tech or he just recognizes.
I think I'm willing to bet that the guy who owns the teleporter system probably has some kind of surveillance thing going on.
Or people who are just very close in this community, this tightly knit small
Yeah, but-
hamlet.
The only people that knew that he wanted.
Well, no, we don't know how long it was. We know how long it was broken. Maybe he couldn't leave. Although he sent the boy to the market. Why didn't you give it to the boy?
Boy.
Boy. Sent the boy to the market.
I mean, just meta quickly. It's because he also said he thought you'd get an audience with the Lord because you're not from round here.
Fair enough.
Yeah, okay,
He
fair.
didn't send it with the boy because the boy wouldn't get an audience and there's no vein. So,
No.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
yeah. Anyway, sorry, back in character.
So, yes, that's what we'd like. Aid to repair our ship. And also, we noticed on our way down here a curious phenomenon. We just wondered if you could tell us. It was almost like a golem made of the same kind of hewn rock that you people use here. I'm just curious.
It flew through the stars with us.
That's why we thought you might have ships yourselves.
He sits on his throne with his head in his hands and he listens. He's like, and he sort of does the hang on a minute finger thing, and he gestures, and the stones move in front of him, and it forms like a table in front of you. And the table starts to glow, and it projects what I can only describe as a stylized image of the thing you saw in space.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
What do you call it? The voxel? Yeah, that's it. The voxel.
That's an
Yeah.
interesting
Yeah,
name
that's
for
the
it.
bastard.
Our Skywatchers talk of a thing that moves or a star that moves in the night between us and he points at the stained glass window without mentioning a name, just points at the other planet that's much bigger than the little one.
Ah, damn, what was the man called? Because Cletus, what's his name?
No,
Cletus!
Not
Stylus.
Cletus. Yeah,
Well, this is the Thumia
It's the Thumia system. It's Thumia
that we're in.
Unis.
And this is
There's the
Thumia
moons, though.
1 that we're... that's the planet that we're on, and this is its moon.
But there were two moons, right?
Uh...
Was there not two moons? I felt there were two moons.
This planet just has. Yeah, so the Thumia system was one planet with two moons. That's
Somebody
Thumia. That's
Yeah.
where we are.
A D20 plus intelligence modifier, please. Just one of you.
Intelligence, huh?
And modify them.
Mine's +2.
Yeah, you take it.
Yeah? Okay.
What the hell are you
19.
rolling over there? Like, what is that? So
Metal dice.
God damn it!
It's a metal dice.
It only rolls 19s and 20s.
Well, it did it again, because that was a 19 on
Just like
dice.
just the
so-
henchest roll.
So 21.
21.
You remember the from what you heard of this world, from the catalogues that you stole off the captain, the Thumia system had 2 planets, and that the secondary planet had 2 moons.
Right, and we're on the secondary planet.
You're on the moon.
The moon, yeah.
One
the
of
moon,
the moons.
One of the moons of the second planet.
One of the 2 moons of the second planet.
Okay.
And now that you think about it, looking around, you don't remember seeing a second moon from the planet.
Huh.
You detected it on your scans in the Leica when you entered the system, like a free nav computer, but, you know.
But physically he wasn't there.
Bath.
Well, you can't see it from here, let's put it that way.
Ryder's going to whisper to Bath this time. All of the things we've seen here indicate that they think they've only got 1 celestial body, but Leica's 7 scans said that there were 2. This planet seems to be, or this moon seems to be missing another one.
I guess that makes sense, but... Well, look, we don't need to worry them about this stuff too much. We just need to get out of here.
I know, it's just food for thought later is all.
Oh no, between you and I, that's interesting stuff, but I'm not going to bother talking to the Regent about this.
No. Although he
We don't
is
want to
kind of making the hexagons move with his hands.
Yeah, that's why
That's
I'm
magical shit, Bath. That's your territory.
You know, you're right. Actually, crap. Can I use Tech Magic again? Yeah, it's only a cantrip. Yeah, I'm going to Tech Magic again.
Okay, you don't have to roll.
Okay.
Yes.
Shit's magic, yo.
So,
So
I
how
guess...
do you... I've never come across humans that can control stuff like that. How are you even doing that?
What, this?
Yeah.
Oh, my family have always been able to do it. It's...
Just them, or
What do you mean, just them?
just your family can do that, or?
That's why we're in charge.
Fair enough.
It would make sense. You put the
Never-
the person who can move magical rocks in charge of the planet made of magical rocks.
There were tales that my great-great-grandfather could literally recreate continents. Literally pull matter out of the sea.
That sounds
A gesture
powerful.
or a thought. Yes, and it's a very, very, very great story to tell around a campfire at night. It's a very, very good reminder of who's in charge.
Well, there must be a great lack of war in this place then, considering you can move continents with a thought. Ryder
There's-
smiles knowingly.
There are no wars.
Let's
be
change
clear,
for humans.
My powers are... I don't know what that means.
You will. Just wait a few 100 years more.
My powers are greatly diminished from my great-grandfather's. I can control the floor in here, I can control the portals, I can do a few other things. I lack the ability or even the inclination to crush continents.
Could you repair a bird with this technology, this magic? Could we borrow some of your stones to...
If I may, are you the only person who can do this?
Yes, currently my father is dead.
I suppose on that point, have you ever tried opening a portal between your planet and the moon above?
What?
You mean between here and Thumia? And he turns around and looks at the thing. Our relations with that moon are not good. The moon of Thumia, home to the Archon.
That's it, yeah.
Oh,
He
okay.
controls the space around us and keeps us confined to our planet.
You don't sound very happy about that.
I am several hundred years old.
Oh, you don't look a day over
And
100.
you don't.
200.
You're a human, right? Humans only live
We-
up to 80 years old.
We
90.
are kept... Please, let me finish.
Go on.
We are kept in our current status, and he gestures around sort of to the kingdom, to the men armed with swords. We're kept this way by the mutual understanding with Thumia that they won't annihilate us if we don't annihilate them.
Oh, I heard of this before.
Wait, I see. Okay, Baffy. Funny thing about humans is they don't always fight their wars. Sometimes they let them go cold. I think this is one of them cold wars.
That's it. Yeah, I heard about this before. This planet. They,
Bath, you feel a very, very I want to say, sort of, it's invasive to your surface thoughts. But basically it washes over you. Just you. And the regent is looking at you. I'm sorry, and he sees you notice.
Can I help you?
I'm sorry, I had to check.
Check what?
That's rather rude, but check what?
You can do what I can do.
My dear, I don't move rocks around. That's all you. You can have that. That's fine.
You've come here, I'll adjust the pastry rates, I'll get Silas a new...
Oh, marvellous, thank you. That's awfully kind of you.
I will help you fix your iron bird. But, first of all, and please be honest with me. Why are you here? Why and how did you get through the barrier and defeat the Guardian? He dismisses his guards from the room.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's no insight check on this. Oh, sense motive. Okay, no sense motive.
Yeah, do a sense motive.
15, 8, 23.
He's being entirely sincere. He wants to genuinely know how you did all that.
Yeah, but does his sincerity seem malicious, or does it seem curious?
Oh, right, so you're trying to get a read on the guy.
Yeah.
He's calculating, certainly. He doesn't seem overly malicious. The people in the square greeted him nicely enough. They got out of his way when he arrived. Probably out of deference of respect rather than fear.
And the question he's asking just seems like one of genuine curiosity, not one of...
He's asking it because he's clearly going to factor it into some kind of equation.
We should probably tell the truth, Beth.
It seems so. But if the Archon is keeping them here, again, this is all in telepathy. If the Archon is keeping them here and he doesn't seem to be happy about it...
Oh, is telepathy working again?
Oh, crap, you know, good point.
Oh, yeah.
I'll roll for it.
It's okay. Who sent the telepathic message?
Well, I mean, considering I got 31, I guess it doesn't matter.
That one gets through, but there's still... It looks like it had to pierce through something.
Yeah.
And who sent it?
Buffy
I
did.
don't know, yeah.
To who?
I guess I broadcasted to both of them.
Okay, as that happens, you see him sort of blink and look at you, and he basically... One of his eyes rolls into the back of his head for a moment, and the interference clears.
Ugh.
Yikes.
We have to keep our barriers up.
Why?
But genuine, if you answer my question honestly, I'll answer yours.
Very well. Would you give us a moment, though, please?
Certainly. He basically gets up and he just walks and just stands with his hands behind his back, looking up at the stained glass window.
Let's do comms. I don't trust this, that we're not being listened in on.
Well, of course we're being listened in on, but...
Yeah.
But if we're talking comms, it's in our helmets in between us. I don't trust that this guy can't somehow overhear surface-level telepathy.
This is our only lead, Bath. The trail goes cold after we get,
I appreciate that, but this is uncharted territory. I don't want...
I mean, I know there's a saying among humans that the enemy of my enemy is my...
They do say that.
They do say that. They do love having enemies.
Also, this guy can repair our ship magically in minutes, more than likely.
And if he's no friend of the Archons, I suppose that wouldn't... Wait, do we know? We know the Archon, yeah. If he's no friend of the Archon...
This guy isn't the Archon, right?
Yeah, no, the Archon lives on the planet.
No, yeah. It sounds like this guy's had a feud.
Yeah, it sounds like he's not a huge fan.
His planet under.
So, humans like war. What if we say that we can bring the fight to the Archon?
I don't want to promise our services to... Right, he just wants to know if we're whose side we're on, basically. Okay. I don't want to promise our allegiance to anybody that we don't know enough yet.
Well, we can always revoke it later.
We have to have some shred of honor, Vida.
When?
No, we don't.
I mean, you know...
We have to have some shred of honor, you say, to the stealth assassin character.
When?
Look, sometimes, alright? Think about... Radar wouldn't have that, would he? Radar would want to be honest.
I bought a pie for a favour, that was honourable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the most honourable otter on this planet.
You're the only otter on this planet.
That you know of.
We don't know that. You don't know.
Yeah, the other side is full of otters.
We go to Thunia and it's just otters.
You go to the Spathan Empire and it's manned entirely by otters.
It's like the fucking Sylvanian families.
You've not seen anything that isn't human.
Alright, fine. We tell him enough of the truth that we can show that we're not enemies.
We
But we don't tell him that we're here for anything.
We tell him that we are going to take away the Archon's super weapon, his bargaining chip, his power.
We don't know that, though. We don't know that he... All we know is that he has an issue with the Archon. We don't know anything more, and we don't want to let them know that we know that he knows that he has the... Wait, hold on, and she gets a headache.
I'm confused. And because Bath is talking psychically, we all get headaches.
No, we're using help.
We're on comm.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't trust this guy.
Okay.
You know how you're always telling me I'm overthinking stuff?
Yes, dear.
I think you're overthinking this.
I do as well, Bath. I think we should just team up with this guy for now until we know exactly what's going on, because we only have one side of the story right now. Let's just team up with this guy so we can get our ship repaired, fly over there, and then get a scope on this Archon guy. He may be the sweetest person we've ever met.
The Archon?
He probably isn't, but he might be.
With a name like the Archon, I doubt it, but you're right, we should take what we can get. Alright, I'll talk to His Highness.
Okay.
Yes, so we'll call over to His Majesty. Excuse me, your Lordship, Your Majesty, your what?
Grace.
Grace. Yes, thank you.
Please, just call me Regent.
I mean, that's not less funny than but all right. Please call me God, man. It's like, oh.
Regent is lesser than Lord.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Regent is basically caretaker.
Yeah, until the actual royalty gets back, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, like a King John situation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Alright, your Regent. We were intercepted by the Guardian, you called it?
Yes, the Guardian.
We are no friends of the Archon either. And on our way to engage in some business, we were shot down and landed on your planet. Your small planet. We mean you no harm. We would like some aid to our ship, and if possible, aid to reach the Archon's planet.
Why are you going to the Archon's planet?
As I said, we have some business, which would put us at odds with the Archon. Similarly to you, I'd imagine.
Who's got the lowest will bonus?
1-0.
No, you must have like a total. You're looking at wisdom. You look at will, saving throws on the right.
Oh yeah, sorry. 4.
4. V.
Well, V's is 1.
Okay.
Okay, there's a moment where that eye rolls into the back of his head again, and V, you feel like somebody's just looked at all your thoughts.
That person's going to be traumatized later.
Yeah, no, you see the Regent kind of just twitch a bit. He's like, "You're here to take his power."
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, we are. We're gonna go onto his planet. We're gonna take his special super weapon, and we're gonna get rid of it. And you don't have to worry about it anymore.
But
and
you know what? I'm actually. Would Bath notice that he's doing that to V?
You've seen people thoroughly inhabit somebody's mind before, yes.
I'm gonna pull my gun.
Ah.
She pulls the gun and says, "Please, you can just ask us questions.
Whoa, Baffy, what are you doing?
Well, it's interesting to me that you say you're going to give me an honest answer and then you're going to give me half of it.
I gave
so
you
forgive my caution, but we're still not at odds here. You're here to take his power, which means that finally, my people might be allowed to leave this planet.
Allowed to leave?
Puts her gun away.
Are you're being held prisoner here?
Yes, we are prisoners here because we know the nature of the Archon, rather than he's projected to other worlds. I know of other worlds. My guards and everybody around me do not. But if I can offer them a better life than living here in this medieval squalor, then I'll give it to them.
Listen, Regent, if you can give us the upper hand, however possible, we will not only take this Archon's super weapon, but we will try our best to cripple him in any way we possibly can. And we're very, very good at crippling people. She smiles a little ottery smile.
he smiles back and he goes, "I saw." And he stands.
Here?
Oh, he just looked
No,
into V's mind.
Yeah, he's been in V's
Oh,
brain.
right,
He's seen a lot.
okay. Oh, I'm really feeling one today.
She's also seen everything from V's perspective as well, which is slightly tilted. The phrase Dutch angles comes to mind.
Do you know what? In Doom, when you just constantly do like ultra kills?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's V's mind.
That's basically what V sees.
Like with the
It's
music
just
playing.
continuously monster kill. And he stands and he nods and he's like, "I think today might be the first day of a new era. Thank you." He steps off of the throne and he turns. He holds out a hand, palm outwards, to the dais that he's just stepped off. And the stones start to move. And the throne is carried to one side and gently sat down. But the stones form a stairway downwards. And after a moment, he withdraws his hand and he looks and goes, "Please follow." He steps down the steps. This doorway is for something much bigger than a human-sized thing.
Ryder's going to follow.
Okay, V's gonna follow as well.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Alright, the stairway goes down, and it doubles back. And then it doubles back again, and you realise you've probably passed below ground level. And then it levels out, it comes to a doorway made of these stones that creak open at his presence. And there's an ethereal light in here. It's like ambient lighting, but there's no light bulbs. It's just a brilliant, clear, almost surgical hospital-like glow. And he steps through. And in this corridor there are alcoves. And in the first two alcoves there's nothing. And in the second two alcoves there's nothing. And as you're walking past in the third alcoves, there is one of those giant glass humanoid figures that you saw made of like the jagged crystal.
Well, Baffy saw one.
Baff saw one.
Yeah, she saw that.
And it's just stood upright, completely motionless. And he stops in front of it and he turns to look at you. He says, "These were the first inhabitants. They were gone far long before we arrived.
What are they?
We don't know. This area is off limits. It's simply something that me, my father, his father before him, and a few select others know about."
Oh, thank you for showing us.
Well, this is on the way. By the way, this thing is probably about 12 foot tall. It's bigger than V.
Wow.
Ooh.
And it moves on, and you...
You ever seen anything like this before?
No.
This looks like your sort of thing. No?
Does this seem familiar? This seems familiar.
You saw it briefly when you tried to do something in the previous episode. I can't remember what it
So she's it's like I saw it in a dream, but I don't think I recognize it.
You did a detect magic on the ship, right?
Yeah, you did a detect magic on the Guardian, and you got its history because you were trying to detect the crew. Instead, you got where it was made.
Oh, that's it.
And
Yes.
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 And it was a load of these things walking around, touching stuff.
Yeah. just putting their hands all over shit. It's gross.
They don't have hands. Their arms seem to end in a point.
Oh.
It's like glass, razor sharp.
Spike.
It's all spikes. There's no face. There's a head, but there's no face. The limbs are all angular.
What was their like their skin like? Were they crystalline as well?
They are entirely crystalline, translucent. You can't see any visible gaps or joins. It all looks like one piece of crystal. But you notice that when they moved, they still were articulate. It's just that it's like the crystal itself just sort of moved and bent.
Beautiful. Yeah, she's now that I've remembered, she's entranced because I know this.
So you saw it in a dream?
You've seen it.
I've seen it before. When I touched the mind of the golem, I saw this.
What, that thing that was firing nuclear missiles at us? That had a mind?
Well, it's hard to explain. Magic stuff, dear.
So,
Okay.
you know where this came from then?
She looks at the region. It's like, perhaps you'd rather explain? I don't want to.
Oh, I had no idea the Guardian was of this world.
Oh, yes. Well, yes, it seems like your first people may have created it at some point. As a safeguard, maybe.
That may tie in with what we're about to see. He gestures onwards, and the doors in front of you open. And they open into a vast chamber. It's hexagonal.
Of course.
Yeah.
With a path in front of you that leads to another dais with a giant controls panel on it and what looks like a giant seat that would conveniently be big enough to fit one of these creatures. And the regent says to you, this is as far as my power extends. Inside this chamber, I cannot manipulate anything.
Bath, can you ever go?
I told you, rock is not my thing. Hang on. What's the throne look like?
It looks like a seat. There's nothing special out of it. It's made out of these hexagonal blocks, but it looks like they've been reshaped, and some of them like curve where they need to, and things like that.
One of these crystalline entities.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's big.
I mean, that's not unusual for Bath. All chairs are big. All the good ones.
Yeah. But this one is just more of the usual challenge she faces.
Yeah.
Do you go?
Another
do you
day
go
in the
into
life of
chamber?
a 4-foot kobold.
Because the regent walks in with you.
Yeah, no, she walks in with the regent.
Yeah.
Like she's fascinated by these creatures because they are
Aesthetically
they are,
pleasing.
they are in her mind like a pinnacle of beauty. So she's like, this must be amazing stuff. I want to know more. So
I'd love, to be honest, Meta, I'd love to see you guys actually draw these things as I've described them. Because I've made them come out as all sorts of different interpretations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you step into the room, and he walks up to the dais, just basically stands next to it, and he says, "This seems to be a node.
A node for
focal
what?
point for the energies that I manipulate."
Have you tried?
It is. Yes, and he holds out his hand, and none of the stones move. And when you do your detect magic, he's suddenly not magical anymore.
Ah.
He's got the background magic.
Yeah, he's got the standard background. It's like we say it's quiet, but you can hear like a bird or something. It's still quiet.
Yeah.
I think this must be some kind of magic security system that these people put in here to stop you doing exactly what you usually do.
Why would they stop us? These things were gone long before we arrived.
Well, to stop
The first
anybody.
The first men
just get
came in
failsafe.
here.
Bab's gonna get in the chair.
All right, after some mountaineering, you get into
No, she's used to it now. It's a hop and skip job.
Ruddy gives her a leg up. She can see she can see she's struggling. She gives her a leg up.
V could probably just pick you up and just put you up there.
This is a lot less.
This is funnier to watch.
And you're sat in a chair, or stood, I suppose.
Yeah.
And there are these stones arrayed in front of you. If I say like a church organ bank, you know how it sort of curves around the player, like that. And there's different tiers of them.
Okay, I'm gonna reach out with my natural mystic energies, which don't come from this world, therefore shouldn't be affected by it in here. Or maybe they are. I don't know. But I'll reach out and I guess do a mysticism roll. What do you need?
Make a mysticism roll.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? That sounds suitably bullshit. Let's do it.
You just hate magic, dude.
No, I hate on it because it's funny, not because I hate it.
Well, that's 25.
That's plenty. You reach out with your psychic abilities,
Psychic bullshit.
and basically something happens. As soon as it leaves your presence, your magic instantly spreads out like a wave, and it almost rushes towards these keys, and it rolls over them, over all the banks, spreading out in front of you. Only you can see it in this weird purple-blue flame.
Ooh.
And then it goes. And then the room starts to hum.
Bath? What'd you do?
Bab's eyes are closed. She's feeling the vibrations, feeling the power extend.
And the regent is looking around. He doesn't seem afraid, he's just very interested. And then a voice fills the room. It doesn't say anything anyone can understand, it's just garbled.
What?
And then it says something else, and it's louder, and it's deeper, and it's deafening this time. And it says something else you don't understand. This time it's quieter, it's just at a talking volume. And then finally it says...
In common?
Common.
Bath?
Adjusting.
Do you want to be in that seat, Bath?
Beth's not paying attention. She's feeling
Adjust.
a whole new kind of music.
Baffy? Baff, I really don't think this is a good idea. She's not listening. V, what do we do? She's not listening.
V's just going to exchange glances with Ryder's like,
I don't.
Right. Bath, you open your eyes, and you can see yourself sat in the chair with your eyes shut.
Huh.
Ryder is like clicking her fingers in front of you, trying to get your attention.
You can see everybody crowded around you, trying to wake you up. And the Regent, looking at your physical body, and he ponders for a moment, and then he turns and he looks directly up at you, straight into your eyes. Interesting.
Huh? What's interesting?
I guess I'm gonna...
She's the Node.
The node? What does that mean?
the what?
Her body, our bodies, the vestiges for what we'd call a soul, hers is in there.
What, in this thing?
Hey?
And he sort of gestures to the whole room. And Bath, you feel like you've just woken up from a 10 million year sleep. You are groggy. Very essence aches.
Bath, are you at room?
You flex. And you can see their lips moving, but you can't hear them. You flex muscles that you didn't know you had, yet you've had for millions of years, because of course you have. And various things. The life of an android is interesting because you are, in all essence, a living machine, but not of a biological nature. So you can get programs that flash up. You had the synth alcohol, which did things to you. This is a similar experience to that, in that things are rising unbidden in your vision that you don't want. And they're popping up and they're vanishing, and they're popping up, and then you can see basically they're starting to translate themselves into something you understand as they're flashing up. What do you do?
As they flash up, I guess they would just be like spotlights. That's what I'd see them as.
Yeah, little blue windows. You know, like when you get like a repeating error in Windows and it just keeps popping up like error. And
Got you. Yeah,
spams
nice.
Windows. You know, it's like those.
I guess I'll reach out to them to see if I can affect it in any way.
You reach out and you touch one of them, and it says, "Reactivation process halted." And that fills the room. Reactivation process halted.
Bath, are you meddling with like an ancient computer right now? Because it sounds like you're meddling with an ancient computer.
It's fine. I think I'm just... Wait, they can't hear me, right?
You speak, but the words don't seem to go anywhere. They seem to bounce off of like a shell in front of you.
Can I telepathically communicate?
Have a try.
I guess
Roll
I
a
got-
d20, please. And add your roll.
28.
28. Okay, what do you say?
I think this planet is more than we thought, guys.
As you're clicking your fingers around Bath, you suddenly, in your voices, it drowns out all thought, it drowns out all other noise. It just arrives in your head, not via your ears, but via her direct psychic link, enough to make Ryder have a nosebleed. What was it you said, Bath?
I just said I don't think there's a moon, and I think
I
something
don't
weird going
think
on
this
here.
is a moon anymore.
I think this planet is more than we thought, guys.
I know! We already knew that, Buff!
Your
And
brain
literally,
is...
as you speak psychically to them, you literally see them recoil from something. Even the Regent is staggered.
Panic
Your
and puts hands
brain
over
is
mouth.
very loud.
You stop talking because you hear them begging you, or see them begging you to stop, and then you realise you can adjust the strength of that, and you dial it down to something.
Oh man, I
tolerable.
definitely do like a testing mic thing then.
Yeah.
It sounds
The
fine, but
room
then there's like
vibrates.
massive feedback, and it's awful.
Oh god, mental feedback.
Yeah,
This is
mental
okay.
psychic
It's
feedback.
something that she's used to, testing a microphone before you talk, so you don't deafen people. So she dials it down. Just, I'm sorry. Are you okay? Can you hear me?
What the...
Can we hear
Why
her?
You hear her in your thoughts.
Is it ear-splittingly loud this time?
No, it's normal now. She's at talking volume.
Ryder's going to give a thumbs up to the room.
Can we talk back to Bath?
I don't know, can you?
Can you hear us, Bath? Or...
You see V speak, and the mouth moves, but you don't hear anything.
Can I psychically?
Ryder's going to tap. She's going to mirror the gesture she did to that engineer earlier, but to the room. She's going to tap the side of her helmet and shrug, as in, we can't hear you.
You did hear her.
Yeah, she turns the volume back up again.
No, but you can't hear us, sort of.
Okay, so
Well, V, you said you were going to try psychically talking.
Yeah.
Say something.
What?
You
I
hear
think
back.
you might have assumed control of an ancient trained technology far beyond the limitations of understanding. Nod if you can hear me.
Yeah, can she hear that?
You hear that?
Oh.
How the fuck you're going to nod without a head? You don't know.
Also, so Baf can't control her own body at the moment.
Doesn't look like it.
I'm gonna give a thumbs up and see if that affects the room in any way.
You send the normal mental command for a thumbs up, and nothing happens.
Oh, okay. I thought like the rocks would move into a thumb or something. That'd be cool.
That would be dumb as fuck.
Alright.
I like dumb shit. That's the funny thing.
Ryder is going to try and ask psychically, can you move the room around you?
I'll try. Hold on. So, the region can see me, right? Or at least he can sense me?
He's looking roughly in your direction, not directly at where you think he's looking.
I'm gonna wave my hand in front of his face.
You don't have a hand.
What? Do I envision myself? Or is it just like I'm just consciousness?
I
You're
think you are the room.
Okay. Then I guess I can't wave my hand in front of him. That's why I couldn't do the thumbs up thing. Okay. Then in that case, I guess I'll try and move some rocks.
In fact, V's gonna point to a rock and then make like one of the hexagons and then make like the up gesture.
You could just ask her psychically. You've worked out it works.
Yeah, but
what are you doing, V?
yeah, but it's
It's out now, V.
Use your words,
Yeah, but it's
V. What's that?
okay. Try and move this one. We're gonna point to the same one again.
Baff, do you try and move it?
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah, what do you do with it?
I guess I'll
Yeet it at V's head?
What?
No, I guess I'll
Do
bring it.
not.
How much can I bring up? Like, if I kept pulling this rock out of the ground, how high would the pillar be?
Well, if you attempt it,
I'm going to attempt
do
it.
you attempt it?
Yeah.
Yep. It comes out and it goes exactly where you want it to.
Okay, 6 foot high.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll just try and play with it. Can I rotate it? Can I manipulate it a bit? How much control do I have?
Full control.
I start doing it with all the rocks, as many as without hurting anybody, obviously. Just a real.
Whoa,
Right,
whoa,
so
whoa,
wait,
whoa, whoa.
right in front of you guys, all of the rocks literally start next to you.
Okay, she's clearly gone mad with Pat.
Shut her down! Shut her down!
Stop! Having fun in there, Baff.
Yeah, that's doing what she does if you give her a small amount of crystal, which is make pretty things. So she's now doing it with as much of the room as she can while she's not paying attention.
She's making pretty things, and it's odd because as she's moving the blocks, they're also bifurcating perfectly where she needs them to, and those other bits are being used in other places. And she's basically she's doing much better artisan work with these blocks than anything you've seen apart from this room, of what the humans did with it.
Well, of course. She's an aficionado of class and style.
Okay, so we've established that.
Okay, so Baff can move the rocks. This is good. We know this now.
Next step, try and open a portal.
Oh, you mean like the regions?
Yes, if you can get a portal back to Leica 7.
Okay, this may be a little the region can hear me, right?
Yeah.
I do apologize, and I'm going to do the same thing he did to V to learn how to make a portal.
He's like, apologize. Oh, of course. And you don't have to do a psychic roll or anything. You plunge into his mind. And I'm not going to tell you what's all in there because we'll be here until quarantine's over.
Oh my god.
So basically, you plunge through. This guy has seen so much.
Yeah, he's hundreds of years old, right?
He's been alive for hundreds of years.
But it's hundreds of years on a medieval planet where there's not really much war.
Where nothing happens.
There was a dragon. You mentioned dragons.
He's not seen a dragon. He's
Oh man, that sucks.
seen people talking about dragons. He's seen plagues. He's seen robbers. He's had battles. He's with the robbers. He's basically done all that. But you get to the core of his knowledge, and it's not memory. It's inherent ability.
Like a mutant.
Which is like you've plunged through all the soft tissue of memory to this hard pearl of inherent ability that will not crack no matter how much you try and open it.
Right. I can't learn things that he just does anyway.
No.
Alright, that makes sense.
You
Talent.
see him, he's sort of twitching a bit uncomfortably as you...
Oh,
you're
I'm
trying to
terribly sorry. I pull out from his mind immediately. I'm so sorry.
He's like, what is it you wish to know?
Your portal technology I asked about earlier, I would like to mimic it.
You need to know the positions of the two portals. So where you wish for the entrance to be and where you wish for the exit to be.
Can I control anything outside this room? I don't think so. Maybe I can.
Yes,
Oh, I can.
I believe you can.
Have a go. See if you can make one to... Well, start small first. See if we can get back to the marketplace.
Okay, alright. Give me a second. I'm going to... She builds up the port as much as she can remember from what the regent was doing.
All right. You go to start building the portal, and as soon as it forms a doorway, one of those blue windows flashes up and says, "Restart sequence incomplete."
Something about a restart sequence. Regent, do you know anything about this?
He shakes his head. Currently, all you've done is you've got a doorway with nothing in it. There's no light or anything. People just walk through it.
Maybe if I make another one as well. So she'll try and make another one by the Leica.
Okay, you shut your eyes and you think of the Leica, and you're there. You could look. You could sense the shape of the Leica, but it's like in silhouette. And the water next to you is a bit meh. But you do what you did here, which is you reach out and the stones form a doorway.
Is there anything happening apart from that? Or is it still saying about reset?
And then as you finish the doorway there, it flashes up again. Restart sequence incomplete.
V, darling, I'm getting some kind of an error message. This isn't magic as I know it. This is some kind of incredible technology that reacts to magical energy, I think. But it's giving me some kind of error message.
What does it say?
A restart sequence incomplete.
Well, restart it then.
Tried restarting it.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
If Beth had a body, she would smack her forehead right now.
Well, she doesn't, so... It's an honest question.
Okay, so I guess she reaches out and initiates a restart sequence.
Okay, you stop, and then for a minute you realise that window you touched where all of it stopped, you paused it. And you're like, oh, of course I did. And you simply undo that touch command, and then more of these windows appear. All in front of you, just scrolling past your vision all day. And then you are thrown from this node, and it's like your vast consciousness falls, and it falls for thousands of years, millions of years it seems, and then you're at the core of everything.
Oh, I hate this.
And there's blackness, there's nothing. And then there's a purple light. And that purple light, same colour as Bath's hair,
Purple.
spreads outwards, filling corridors and veins of these stones. And you realise, Bath, that this place had one purpose. You've reached its core, you've reached its inherent ability. But whereas the Regent's was pearlescent and unaccommodating and reflective, this thing opens to welcome you. And you fall into the heart of an ancient battle station. And we'll leave it there.
Nice. Oh, fuck you, Ty.
Bath's definitely going to go mad with power.
You were right, Bath. This was no moon.
Thank you for listening to Cosmopunk. You can find us on Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Check us out at cosmopunk.net and follow us on Twitter at cosmopunks with an S. And if you enjoyed the show, please take a moment to rate us on iTunes or tell your friends. We're still new to this and your support really helps. Intro and outro theme Vectrex by Reformat. Check out their album The Singularity at reformat.bandcamp.com. Once again, thanks for listening, and we'll be back with more Cosmopunk in 2 weeks.